Pre-trip video, vehicle 7029. We're going to be going over some of the basic components of the truck as well as showing you how to fill out the driver's log. The driver's log, you're going to want to fill out the date, driver's name, your vehicle number, trailer number if applicable, start odometer, payroll start, leave the yard time, return to the yard time, and job start location. All filled out legibly in blue or black ink. We're going to start with the door, making sure that the door is open and closed properly. Doors open and close. Inside the door, we'll find the gross vehicle weight, as well as your cold PSI pressure. 38. Very good. Inside the truck, we're going to open the hood by pulling the latch. Pull the latch. We're going to walk around to the front side of the truck here. Sticking our hand underneath, finding the latch, it goes left to right. Springs, the hood has no prop rod. It does have the hinges inside. We're going to look at our most important part is going to be the oil of the engine. Checking it while it's cold. Looking for the dipstick with the yellow handle on it. Clearing off the excess oil. Reinserting the dipstick into the engine until it clicks. There we go. Pulling it out to check the read. It should be between the two dots. And on this one we can see we're good. We're in between the two dots. Very nice. In the event that we would need to add the oil, the fill is right next to the dipstick. If you needed to add oil to this truck, you would remove the cap. The cap will tell you what type of oil you need in there, SAE 5W20. You would add the funnel, add the oil appropriate, and then put the lid back on. Once you put the cap back on, you would check the engine oil again to make sure that you had filled it to the appropriate levels. Panning over the engine, we come to the battery. You want to check for corrosion. This one looks like it does have a little buildup on the outside that could be cleaned off. We're going to check over to the windshield washer reservoir. We do have fluid inside. Panning over the engine, making sure there's no oil leaks, nothing puddling. We do have a little bit of buildup on the outside here, so this is one you're going to want to check the oil levels frequently on. Come over to the coolant. We can see that there's a line on here again, minimum or maximum fill. If you would need to add the coolant, you would put it in at the top here with the cap, remove it, add the fluid. Next we see brake reservoir. We can see again it has a minimum or a maximum fill line. This one is good. If you're noticing that you need to add brake fluid daily or weekly, that's going to be a sure sign that you have a bigger problem with your brakes, and you will need to let someone know that, but we do need to see that on the deficiencies. Inside the truck, we're looking at the belts. We can see the belt here. Looks like it's in good shape. There it is. No fraying, no damage done to it. Belt looks like it's in good shape. There. We do not see a transmission dipstick in here, so that means that this transmission is a sealed transmission. You will not be able to check the dipstick. There's also no power steering fluid in this vehicle. It means that it is an electronic component, and you will not need to, or you cannot check the reservoir because there isn't one. Go ahead and shut the hood by simply pulling it down. We're going to take a look at some of the components on the inside. First one we'll check will be the seat belt, making sure our seat belt latches, closes completely. You want to hear that click. Check out our mirrors, make sure we have mirrors. Driver side, passenger side, intact, not cracked. Everything's in good shape. You can check out our windshield. Make sure we don't have any chips or cracks in our windshield. Check our windshield wipers. Windshield wipers work. Fluid. We also have windshield washer fluid coming out. We're going to check the horn while we're inside the truck, make sure the horn works. Very good. We're also going to check the steering column to make sure it's not too loose, not too tight. Make sure that the wheels move with the tire or with the steering wheel when we turn it. Very good. We check out our defrosters and our vents. Making sure that we're getting air blowing out of the top as well as the vents. Very good. We're going to take a look at our gauges. our gauges we can see on the top. When the truck is started, the oil temperature shoot up to the middle. Your fuel gauge you also want to check at the beginning of the day. Make sure you have fuel in your vehicle. If not, you'll be fueling that vehicle at the beginning of the day. Your temperature gauges will warm up as the truck warms up, water temperature and transmission level. We'll also see on the dash here we have a tire pressure sensor light out. Also says it on the flashing dash in the middle there, but that just means you're going to need to check your pressures on your tires every day to make sure that they're true, because these tire pressure sensors aren't working in this truck. Check out the CB in the truck. Make sure that the truck has a CB to communicate to the other vehicles. This one does not, so you will have a handheld vehicle. We're also getting a loud noise, it seems like, from this truck as well. Might be something we're going to want to note on our deficiencies. We're going to check out the parking brake. Parking brake, you simply depress it down with your foot and then pull up on the latch to release it. Very good. In this truck, it is under 10,000 pounds, so you will not find fire extinguisher or triangles. We are going to check out the lights. Headlights are good. Give me the high beams. High beams are good. Four ways. Four ways are good. Drivers, good. Passenger, good. All blinkers and markers work. Head to the back and check out the back lights. Brake lights. You can see the brake lights both light up. We're also checking on the brake lights to make sure that they're intact. This one looks like it's cracked. It's got some definite damage on here. Definitely want to note that on your deficiencies. We're also checking for a license plate while we're back here. We do have a license plate. Go ahead and give me the four ways. Four-way flashers are working on both sides. Driver, good. Passenger, good. Give me the reverse lights. Make sure the reverse lights work, and we also have an alarm on this one. Very good. You can see that our beacon lights are on and flashing right now. We're going to check out our aero board, make sure that we have all the lights on the aero board. Good. 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 Now that we've checked out the lights, let's show you how to operate the lights from the inside. To turn on your beacons on this truck, you've got a little toggle switch on the inside that you'll turn from left to right. Once that's on, your beacons are on. You'll press the power button on your aero board. And let's go over putting the aero board up and down on this one. This one's a little different. It's an automatic. So once the board's on the left-hand side, you'll see an arrow for up or down. Go ahead and press down. You can see the aero board comes down by itself automatically. No need to get out of the truck or pull a pin. You just press the button. That's down. Go ahead and press the button for up, please. Button at the top is up. That'll raise the board. And as you can see, it's fully up and ready to work. Once inside, the power button is on the left to turn it on, but the mode is on the left. Once you select the mode that you want, you'll press enter in the middle, and that'll lock in which style you're doing right now. Go ahead one more time. Select the mode, we'll put it in a different mode, hit enter, and now it's locked in. Very good. Inside the cab, we also find our PPE. We've got our gloves, we've got our safety glasses, we have our hard hat, we have our vest. Very good. We're going to take a walk around the outside of the truck and make sure that everything is good, no damage on the outside. Looks like we've got a dent right here. Looking for any scratches, anything that looks out of the ordinary. Here it looks like we've got a little rub action here. That's definitely something you want to denote on your deficiencies. We talked about the back light already. Definitely got some damage underneath the latch here. A little bit on the inside here. And just giving her a once over, making sure everything's good. Not too bad. From here, let's take a look at the tires. We're going to give it the pressure test here. Go ahead and give it a nice little push on the tire with your foot. Make sure it's holding enough pressure. We're going to take a look at the inside of the tire. As you can see, the rotors in here look like they're in pretty good shape. Just want to make sure there's no gouging, there's no excessive damage on the outside here. You can also check your brake pads on the inside. It's a little bit harder to show in the video, but you want to check and make sure that they're making sure that everything's working well here. We're going to do our tread depth test, so we're going to get old Honest Abe here again and stick him inside. This one's got plenty of meat on the front tires here. You can do this on any of the tires. We're also checking underneath, looking at the inside of the tire, making sure there's nothing inside the wheel well loose or hanging. We can look under the truck to see if there's any oil that's puddling or leaving any marks. We're going to check our fuel door out. This will tell you what type of fuel goes in it, gasoline only. Make sure the door opens and closes. And you also have no cap. This is another one of the easy fill, gasoline only. Very nice. Let's go back to our sheet and double check we've got everything in the cab, under the hood, around the vehicle. Let's check out the driver's items. Driver's license has to be on you at all times. Proper license for the vehicle. Medical card, 10,001 gross vehicle weight. Proper PPE. Toolboxes are for spray trucks. 10 hours off duty applies to all drivers. Brakes adjusted or self-adjusting. Cell phone use is prohibited. Seat belts are required. And we must stop at all DOT checkpoints. The vehicle's gross weight we looked at already at the beginning of the video. Let's take a look at the vehicle height. Inside the cab of the truck, you'll find, usually printed above the radio, the vehicle height. This one here is listed at 10 foot. When we're finished, we're going to make sure that we note any deficiencies that we found throughout the day. We're going to note whether our vehicle is satisfactory or not. We're going to put our signature, blue or black ink. At the end of the day, we'll come down here and put our end time, our total time, and our end odometer. We'll note any deficiencies again, whether our vehicle was satisfactory, print and sign our name in blue or black ink.